So you've always been interested in the human mind to a certain
The
extent?
human behavior. Why do we say we want to do something and yet we don't? That question fascinates me. Why do we claim we want to lose weight, but we don't track our food or go work out? Why do we claim, especially in our 40s, that money is the most concerning thing, and yet most of us have never read one book on money? Why? And that's what's fascinating. I think money is an easy way to get that wedge in, because everybody has these money messages they grew up with. Whether it was our mom sitting around at dinner saying, we don't talk about money in this house, or easy come, easy go, or that person's rich because they had to step on someone else to get there. These are money messages that we may have heard growing up. We all have different ones. And I had my own that I grew up with 2 immigrant parents who immigrated from India. And we learn them, and sometimes they serve us really well. Like, I learned some awesome messages as I was young, but I also learned some that started to not serve me as I grew my business, as I grew my income, and as I started to craft my own type of rich life. I do think money is an easy way into understanding human behavior. And I love the question that was asked at your event, what's your relationship with money? Because most people, when I ask that question, they go like this. They're rigid. And the answers are typically guilt, overwhelm, anxiety. Sometimes we have people who say freedom, which is awesome. But when I ask them, what does freedom mean? Their answer is always, I want to do what I want, when I want. I say, okay, what do you want to do? And then they go silent because they've never typically probed beyond that. And so I got interested in money many years ago because I took my college scholarship money and I invested it in the stock market. And this is when I thought I was a genius, 1999, everybody's a genius. And then I lost half my money like that.
Was it the dot-com boom?
Yeah.
Did that help? Okay.
Well, that's why I thought I was a genius.
Right.
It turned out it was just crazy times. And so
Stanford scholarship money
Yeah.
in the stock market. Did
Yes.
your parents know what you were doing?
They did. They were like, my dad had encouraged me to open up a Roth IRA when I was like 15 years old. So he was like, yeah, whatever. But in retrospect, although I lost that money, that amount, it was a really valuable lesson because it humbled me and it taught me that much of the stuff that I had heard about money just wasn't true. The things that we hear, like you need to be understanding PE ratios, you need to be sitting in a dark room with green letters scrolling on your screen, that stuff has no connection to reality for ordinary people. So I started learning about money as I was in college. I was watching TV shows, reading books, and I was also studying human behavior. And then it was that moment where, like in that book, The Emperor Has No Clothes, you realize that so much of the advice we have heard is just not true or it's not applicable. You know, I saw people going on TV saying, don't spend money on lattes. And I bet everybody watching this has heard someone tell them, cut back $3 a day, 700 years from now, you can have $100,000 in the bank. And I would look at my friends, we're like, who wants to live like that? Like, I wanna go out. I wanna buy a round of drinks for my friends. And so there's this disconnect of the advice that was out there and the way that my friends and I wanted to live. And that got me interested in starting to explore money.
That's your psychology degree coming in.
Totally.
Right.